What's up? Happy Friday night, friends. Getting a little bit of a stream in today. Hopefully, we're going to be getting this bad boy right here, the Voron 0.2 from Fysetc finished up. That's the plan anyway. If you recall, last stream, we made some awesome progress. We got the entire tool head assembled and installed on the machine. So I'm super stoked about that. And today, we're going to be moving on into the wiring portion. We got as far as the heat bed is installed with this totally adorable little baby build plate. We've got the tool head basically assembled. We just need to get the tool head board on. Nick, hello, friend. So, we've got this ready to rock. Something you guys might notice, we have changed one of our background printers up. Right here, what came in over the weekend, last weekend, is the Bamboo A1 Mini. We're working on getting some content taken care of for that one, but I don't want to rush the video. I'm kind of astounded. I've seen a lot of reviews hitting YouTube this week about the A1 Mini, and it kind of baffles me because for those who Bamboo didn't send the printer to, we just received it Saturday, Sunday, as far as I'm aware. So it is pretty impressive. But that's not here nor there. We're here to build Voron. We're here to build a Voron. Words are hard. So how's everybody doing? Are we having a fun Friday evening so far? Because I'm having a blast and I'm ready to get this printer done. I am stoked. One more quick segue into the Bamboo. I used the A1 Mini to print out this screen housing for the V0 just to have a cool pop of color, and so that way I can say that I've printed at least one of the parts on this machine. So let's dive in and see where exactly we are in the build. Should still have the instructions pulled up right here. Alright, so the last thing that we did was we installed the standoffs on the back of the tool head. The fun little beep was the Bamboo letting me know that it was done with the firmware update. I ignored the updates when I took it out of the box, and it had 2 firmware updates to complete. I wonder if there's any more. Nope, we're on the latest firmware. So that's all good to go. You're going to sleep soon so you can get up and make me a brisket. You're so sweet. Cajun jalapeno? Is that what was slathered all over that when you sent us pictures of it? Because that looked incredible. I'm very, very excited to eat that. Alright, time to rummage around our printed parts bin as we're nearing the final time. This little guy right here is going to go on the back of our tool head. And we need M3x6 and M3x8 screws to hold it. So let's see. I'll try to get some of this stuff out of the way here. It feels like every little bit that we build, somehow we end up more and less organized at the same time. I'm not entirely sure how exactly that's happening, but here we are nonetheless. So let's see here. These are my M3x6s, and these homies are gonna go into the top 2 screws, which are gonna screw into the standoffs. Nick, I am very excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Appreciate you stopping in to hang out for a minute, though. We realize you have your choice of entertainment, and we thank you for choosing ours. For internetainment. Who is it that says internetainment? I think that's Rhett and Link's deal is internetainment. They call themselves internetainers. Just fun. Right. So these top two screws, well, one of them is slotted for adjustments, so I'm not going to snug those all the way up. I'm sorry your other show isn't live. I'm sorry that you have to hang out with your friend. Right. So we're just getting the M3x8s installed into the back here. Huh. You know, I feel like that should be not trapped in there. I got one of our fan headers trapped, and I feel like that is incorrect. I didn't even notice it. There we go. We'll get it freed. Get that installed. I think we need an overhead camera. I want to do more live streams in the future, so I've been thinking about stuff that I can do to improve the setup in here. And I think an overhead camera would be nice, so that way you guys can see more of what's happening out here. But this is our first on-stream printer build, and so far, aside from a couple of late starts and some chaos, it's always me trying to find a Type-C to Type-C cable. Like, anytime I'm like absolutely missing something to get started, it is in quest of looking for a Type-C to Type-C cable. Alright, so the designers of I captured another cable. Man, at this rate, I'm not getting anything done. I mean, I'm sure this is probably a very, very little consequence. Giant counterbalance rig. Dude, that would be really cool, and there are some really awesome 3D printable counterbalance rigs to make. The problem with that is I only have one camera, so I would definitely need to acquire another camera for starters. So that's number one. And number two is we would also need to clear out space out here for that. Right now I have printers on the floor, and I'm sure some of that is only going to get worse as time goes on. I do have some plans for how to more efficiently utilize the space out here. Especially as we're coming into winter, it's just getting cold. Make it CNC controlled. Now that would really be something. Now that would be something. Okay, so that's all of our fans. You know, I don't remember having to I don't remember the instructions calling out putting in the thermistor or heater cartridge yet. They were showing, they used a Revo in the instructions though. Let's see, let's check the instructions for thermistor. See, okay. We didn't quite install the thermistor and all of that into our tool head just yet. Partially because it wasn't called out in the instructions. I guess I should have used a little bit of intuition on that one. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think this is the point in time with which to do it. If ever there was a time to revisit that, it's now, before I start cable managing. It's one of those steps the instructions didn't quite call out when we were building the tool head. And I was so excited to get the extruder portion assembled. Now, do I have, I don't remember, am I gonna have to take this whole thing apart? Nick, am I going to have to take this whole tool head apart? Or am I going to be chill to just install the thermistor and run it up the back with the fan, the thermistor and heater cartridge, and run them with the fan wires? Would that be a problem? Is that how it's supposed to be? Kind of looks like that's how it's supposed to be, if I'm being honest. Like, let's see. Thermistor and fan wires. Nope, there's no way that's gonna fit. You know, a thing that I can do though. Looks like we might be able to just do this in a really dumb way. And drop the heat break out of the hot end. It's the Tornado hot end, the one that Fysetc included with the kit. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Alright. Now how can I take this apart in as few moving pieces as possible? That's the one. That's the ticket. What is that a clone of? Yes? It's got a little bit of V6, it's got a little bit of, I would say mostly V6. I would say it is mostly a V6 hot end. Should be 1 bolt in the back and 2 on the faceplate. Okay, I've got 2 back here. Oh, duh. The one, yep. I haven't had to rip this apart nearly as many times as a Prusa. That was my biggest gripe with my Mark 2.5 was, that's it, that's the one. Hello. Should be 1 bolt in the back. Okay, so that one didn't do it. Well, this one, no, that doesn't free it either. There's 2 back here. You know what? We're gonna do this a little bit easier. And we're just gonna pop this whole tool head off, because I am not fooling with all of this at the moment. I want this thing done. And since this is friction fit, we can go ahead and handle this situation the proper way now. Bottom with the super glued nut. Sir, I have no clue what you were talking about. We're going for snug, but not tight. Like enough to hold it and keep it clamped without crushing it. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I have not super glued a nut into anything. This is mini stealth burner. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and we're also going to do our zip tie wire managements not attached to the printer. Nick, is this not the same? Are you not using the same tool head? What are you using? Alright, so I've got my fan and my heater cartridge pulled up and at them. Am I using a different tool head than you? And then we'll bring our thermistor up in a similar manner. Frankly, given the fact that we're going to be running a tool head board with this, I feel like the instructions should have, we should have done it this way from the start. This is way easier than what I was trying to do. Look at that. Snip. Snip. And then he gets to go back to the printer. Now, silicone sock time. There we go. Yeah, check that out. We're all managed up now. That was actually really easy. So, now, just paying attention to where our wires are, we can just slide everything back into place. Mount the head and plugs. Okay, that's a good suggestion. That's a screen. I just have to find the tool head board because I have no idea where the heck it is. Page 161, bottom of the page. Oh yeah, I didn't glue that. I was able to get it into place without gluing it. Also, my super glue is dried up. Okay, let's see if I can find this tool head board. Oh, foot's asleep. Ugh! Gotta stop doing this. Oh, I drive myself nuts. Okay, this is my screen. Is this the tool head board? This is simple. What? What is happening? Interesting. They gave me 2 screens. Did they not give me a... What? Okay, we're gonna do that in a minute. There you are. Nick, per our conversation earlier, this does, in fact, have an accelerometer pre-installed. So, wait a minute. No. This PCB still smells fresh. Is this how this goes? Let's read some instructions. It says Fysetc. Okay. Where does this go, though? This has to go, like, right here. In some manner. I'll have to check the Fysetc manual in a minute. Okay. So, hot end thermistor. The extruder motor. It's going to go in there. Fan 0. Fan 0. Fan 1. Okay, Fysetc GitHub. Let's have a wiring diagram. Does this help me at all? Yes, it does. Shout out to Fysetc for the wiring guide. Fan 0, fan 0. Okay, both of those are going to go on the bottom. And then fan 1 is going to go top right. Oh, that was the thermistor. Thermistor goes there. I'm dropping things. Good, good. Was that important for what we're doing here? Probably. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. Do I have a little flathead in here? I do not. I do not. Where might I have a little flathead screwdriver? Neat. One second, gang. I have to go find us a little flathead that we can use. Flathead screwdriver. That's a big flathead. Aha. Shoot. Flathead, flathead, flathead. Where is the flathead? I always have just little flatheads laying around when I don't need them, but when I need one, I have no clue. Do I have one in here? Oh my gosh. How do I not have a small flathead anywhere out here? That's going to derail some stuff. Is there a little one in here in my tools? Nope, just big chunky ones. Oh, I know. I know. I bet there's one in the Anchor Makes toolbox. Now, if I just had any idea where the Anchor Makes toolbox is. I seriously need to do some clean. Ah, there it is. I seriously need to organize the shed. I bet you there's a little flathead in here. Of course not. Why would there be? Hmm. All right. Time to get resourceful. Fysetc included almost everything that we need for this build, except for a tiny flathead screwdriver. I wonder if I can use the tip of my snips as a flathead. Haha! I can. Not well. You know, sometimes you just have to get creative and use the wrong tool for the job. Especially when you can't find the right tool for the job. You know, this would be easier if I unplugged all the other stuff, since we have this handy dandy wiring guide to know where it all goes. And we worry about one thing at a time. This is one of the sketchier things that I've done today, but I'd be lying if I said it was the sketchiest thing that I've done today. Yeah, the cool part about hot ends and heater cartridges, there is no polarity, because it's just a controlled short. Why are what? I don't understand why these have to be flatheads. I mean, clearly there's nothing that I can do about it now. Still a bummer. Ow. No hospital visits yet. I will have to come back through at another point and snug these up with some real tools. But for right now, this does in fact seem to be working. Mostly. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Let's see. I need to get that iFixit sponsorship. No kidding. You know, I guess I should have grabbed the rest of the bits for the LTT screwdriver. But I use Torx and hex keys so much for most everything that I do. Needing to use a little Phillips head or a little flathead just doesn't ever register to me. Like, a little flathead is never on my radar of tools that I need. Gosh, I've probably thrown so many away that came with RDAs over the years. Little drones. Get a lot of them with little toy grade drones. I have marred the crap out of these screws, but the ferrules are snug, and I actually don't think they're going anywhere. So it was annoying, it was tedious, but the end result is one that should be effective, so, you know. 'Tis what 'tis. Okay, fan 0. Fan 0. Fan 1. And extruder motor. Okay, so there we go. Alright. Hot end is wired up. Now, Fysetc included if I'm being honest, I'm having a hard time following what's going on here. So I've got this. Okay. Ow. Let's undo these zip ties. Yeah, I did hear about the background checks for 3D printers. I have very strong emotions about that. I feel as though I feel like the legislators in New York are kind of out of line, and really they're missing the mark on what they should be worried about with what they're trying to do. Like, how many people are truthfully, honestly, I don't know. I genuinely feel like that is not going to have the desired outcome that they want it to. Boy, that's really something here. Okay. How in the heck is this wire management supposed to work? Okay, wires out that hole. Nothing pinched. There we go. No. Stay in your home. Okay. So now, how in the heck does this attach to the printer? Is there another piece that's supposed to act as some sort of standoff for this? Is it this thing that's supposed to act as a standoff for this? Because clearly we're going to require longer screws. Or is that piece a moot point now? Okay, time to get back to the GitHub. I don't want to let go of this, because as soon as I do, things are going to get a little wacky. Okay, 0.2 Pro. Okay, so that is the right piece for the job, but like, is that really? Is this really how this is supposed to just chill? Put a couple of longer screws through this and just mounts up. I feel like I am causing so much strain to wires that I shouldn't be causing strain to right now. Okay, what if that runs in there? Oh, that's good. Clean. Okay, let's see. Let's see if they have instructions on this. Okay, see, I'm not seeing instructions on this thing. I'm not seeing instructions for this tool headboard. Which is doing a little bit of concern. I'm tired of holding it. Like, I'm feeling kind of like a goofus right now. Like, more than usual. So let's see if we can put a screw through it for the time being. because I really want to get this tool head on. Yes, there we go. What was that? That was an M3 by 20 that I grabbed. Okay, so I have this, but it doesn't, I don't know where it needs to go. It's like, this way is backwards. It'd have to go like this. Like this chaos that I've just done would work. I'm going to just temporarily assemble this in my way to see what needs to happen. Because something feels amiss. So like, that would work. We're not going to short on anything. The flat side to the motor. Okay. I'll try that too. Looks like I have the right length screws for that though, for this operation. Okay, if we go, gosh, everything in here has to crisscross now. Oh, I don't love that. So that's not going to work. No, that doesn't work because these pins on here are soldered and they interfere with the fit of this of the strainer leaf. And everything gets all twisted. I mean, I could flip the orientation of where the thermistor and heater are. That's not really a cause for concern, but like, this works. And honestly, other than, I mean, of course I don't want to have to rewire everything again, because I've spent how long on this freaking tool head board now. But that would, yeah, no, I don't know that I don't know that it gets a strain relief. I don't see anything about it. Like, this works really well. It just doesn't have a strain relief. Hypermotive, did you build the Fysetc kit? Like, that works so well. Like, that looks like it was intended, except for, God. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Yeah, like that looks in FormBot. Okay, this is the Fysetc kit. The problem is this piece that is the umbilical strain relief, there isn't room on the underside of this because of the pins on the PCB. However, if I do it this way, it buttons up really nice and pretty and does kind of look intentional. So we're gonna rock with this. And I guess if this causes a problem, it'll cause a problem. I'll verify this stuff. For the time being, though, like, I think it looks good. Let's get these cables tucked away here. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Yeah, like, I'm not sure if this is right, but it sure looks and feels right. The main takeaway is that there needs to be 2 M3 screws that stabilize the strain relief to the tool headboard. Yeah, there's 2 M3s that are running through these standoffs. Is that what you mean? See, look at that. That's so neat and compact. And then it slides right over top of where I took it from. And then I can run the long screws back through the front. No, below the standoffs. Yes, those will go back in momentarily. Is this wrong? No, that's not wrong. To the tool head. Yes. Yes, that is here. You know what? I don't know where the heck that Allen key just went, so it's screwdriver time. Okay, now there's a screw missing. All that, and I forgot to snug up this screw that lives behind the tool head, which means now I have to look for that stupid Allen key that I lost. Boy, we're getting dangerously close to needing to take a break and pick some of this up. Some of this mess up. Because I feel like the stuff that is missing is in plain sight somewhere. That one's too small, that one's too big. You know what? This should work for the reach, I'm thinking. I just need something a little bit narrower than my LTT screw. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Snug as a bug. The LTT screwdriver is great for a lot of things, but reaching into tight recessed places, not one of them. I'm still kind of confused as to why they gave me two screens. What is the thought process there? I got a big screen and a little screen. Not long enough. Is it really a project if you don't use some of your own screws that you brought from home? That feels pretty good. Boop. Some of this stuff is why I keep M3 screws in stock, just chilling for 3D printing projects, because they're so useful to just have your own. They really are. All right. I'm moving on now. Now it is time to install a panel. The mid panel, which means that I have to flip the printer over on its face, like so. It also means that it's time for these nuts to come out and be seen. Alright, so time to check the panel pile to find this panel. What does it look like? My guess is... well, this is the only one... aha! So the holes didn't finish. Oh, shoot. So the holes didn't finish. What's the deal? Did they just not cut all the way through the acrylic? Beautiful. Good peel, too. Almost good peel, too. Neat. Two of these holes didn't finish. Wonder how important these are. I'm guessing at least somewhat. But like, this is gonna slot in here. Let's look in the instructions and see if we can figure out what those are about. I'm not entirely sure how important those are going to be. If I'm being completely honest. I don't see anything in the instructions so far. No. Okay. I'm not even going to worry about freeing those holes up then. I don't see anything in the instructions about them at all. Okay, so we're almost done. Like, we're on page 192 of 253. So that's some exciting stuff. Okay, those are all for panels. I don't think that they provided us with any DIN rail components. I'm pretty sure we're just going to VHB tape everything. Mark, we are getting dangerously close to turning it on. We are getting dangerously close. I think there's some holes missing in this pre-cut acrylic here. Ye of little faith, builders, Mark. Ye of little faith. You know, of all the possibilities, blue smoke is the one that I'm least concerned with. If I'm being completely honest. Oh no. Alright. M3x6s, let's go. I should see your X post. I feel like I might not want to. It feels like I might be under attack. I mean, all electronics are just a closed loop of smoke. The problem is, once you let the smoke out, you can't refill the loop. You know, I do make an effort to keep things as family friendly as possible. I really do try. I genuinely want to be as inviting as possible here. Yes, it does take a few new parts to close the magic smoke loop. Okay. I have to loosen these slightly so that way I can get this panel in place nicely. And then, nearest I can tell, because I'm not seeing any DIN rail or other DIN components in my boxes. So I think we're just gonna end up VHB taping the main board on. I would certainly prefer to not VHB tape the power supply on. That feels slightly sketchy. But there are not any DIN components. There's nothing in here for DIN rail. But I have an entire brand new roll of 3M VHB tape. So I'm thinking that's what we're using. I'm thinking that's what we're using because I don't see any other mounting solutions. I mean, we have 2 more bags of printed parts, but these are skirts, and these are all for side panels. So we got nothing. Genuine, like, real deal VHB tape is seriously sticky stuff. You know, unless... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we were not intended to use DIN melts. Nope. The spacing on this main board lines up like perfectly with these screws. I almost wonder if that's what these 6 standoffs are for. I wonder if that's why they gave me standoffs. Let's see here. Somewhere, somebody is yelling at how cavalier I am handling this printer and all the parts for it. I just know somebody's mad. You know, that does look dangerously correct. There's the right number of brass standoffs. You know, this is kind of filling me with a wee touch of optimism. So does this just magically... No. Well, that's a bummer, because that sure looks right. Okay, that one scared me. Oh, wait. Well, if... No. No. That does not fit that way. Well, that was a waste of my time, I guess. But what in the heck? So how am I supposed to mount this? You know, Mark, we don't even know if it worked in the first place. We don't even know if it worked in the first place. Where the heck does this thing go? Like, seriously. I'm at a serious loss here on where in the world let's see. Upside down and backwards. Nope. Nope. Don't call me Shirley. Here I am with my main board in my hand. Okay, this thing has its own mounts. What? So, wait. Okay. I'm curious now. Okay. That was stuff left over from the main portion of the build. So let's check in here. I thought this was all going to be side panel stuff, but apparently this main board has its own mounts. Which I'm not sure if they included. I don't think that they included the parts necessary to actually mount the hot end or the main board. They included a load of other parts, including some stuff that we don't need. But I don't think they actually included the mounting brackets for this thing. So, I'm not sure. What a bummer, man. So I've got the tool headboard, and that came with the necessary componentry. Super glued it. Dude, I'm seriously about to just double-sided tape it in. Hardware. $3D. Well, I don't want to be done building. But we might have to be done building if I can't find the appropriate parts. I don't understand the purpose of going through the trouble of including all of this other stuff to turn around and not include the necessary parts to mount their own design mainboard. Like, seriously, that just doesn't make sense to me. Might have been headlights. Neighbor might have been getting a pizza delivered or something. Oh! Ha ha ha! Hold on. Band of Shadow. Ah, man. I forgot. So I was out here in the studio working on stuff earlier today. And completely forgot that I had the overhead light turned on still. Do. Okay. Now wait a minute. Did they laser cut these? I suppose there's a... Because, like, I'm sure this piece is going to be a factor in here. Maybe a little more like this. Because the umbilical cable fancy shadows gone now, Mark? I thought it was really easy to see in here. So that was because my shop light overhead behind me is an LED light, and you get that kind of visual artifacting from using LED lights. Well, I guess yeah, I guess what we're gonna do, because that is going to have to go up here, so I guess we can make it work for the time being. Okay, so the power supply itself does get VHB taped. So I guess we can mount the power supply. Make sure it's set to 115, which I'm pretty sure that I did do that already, and it does say 115. I highly doubt that it came saying 115. I think I'm going to go a little overkill on this. Because like actual good 3M VHB tape is some seriously strong stuff. The place that I used to work, the entire establishment was basically held together with it. We would always joke that the VHB tape was structurally integral to the place. Okay, so which way does this go? It's gonna go like this, okay. Get that peel. Get that peel. And then oh. Well, that lives there forever now. That is there forever. Some seriously strong stuff. Seriously strong stuff. Okay. Okay, we got this like little half smiley dude here. I'd like to install our fan. Looks like we have 5 people here. Who's all hanging out? Introduce yourselves. Mark, were you welcoming everybody on the LM show? What is this piece now I'm looking for? Whatever that is. Right night, wrong program, man. Okay, is there another piece missing? What am I looking for? Nick, I don't blame you at all. I appreciate you hanging out, and I will see you when I get off work tomorrow, and we will enjoy some tasty brisket and other stuff that none of us should really be eating. Okay, this piece is for a fan. But does not appear to exist. I really didn't think that I have lost any parts. I could be very wrong about that. But I didn't think that I lost anything, so... I guess we're going to come back to the fan install as well. And we're going to get some wiring done. So, we've got the old switcheroo here, which is going to feed in from this side over here. Snaps in with a nice satisfying click. Okay, we have 3 wires from our switch. Every build will have spare parts. I don't love this. Okay, so yellow. Ugh, I am not an electrician. So red, I know. Red is hot. Red should be hot. Okay, we're going to pull this control board out of here because it's just flapping in the breeze. And I'm going to try to turn this thing in a manner which I can see what the heck is going on. Okay, so yellow is PE. Don't cut the red wire. Noted. So line, neutral, PE is, this should be number 3. Alright, here is where stuff starts to become sketchy. Also, where I start to wonder where all my bits have gone. This is the sketchiest part of the whole build, is when I get to play electrician. Granted, I did wire this whole shed basically myself. I mean, I had some help, but I've done outlets before. Those are not exactly difficult if you know what you're doing and somebody took the time to teach you. There's something freaking spooky about this. Okay, so blue is going to be my neutral. And that leaves red as line. Alright. Switch is wired. Now it is time to add the main board wires. Which should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, black wire. Oh, okay. Okay. Just double checking my wiring diagram. Okay. So we skip one. And that is going to be the hot for the main board. So all of these wires come back here with me. And I mean, that's going to be super easy to wire up. If I'm being completely honest, we're getting really close to just taping this. Oh, they included this printed piece, which is a fire guard. It's going to snap on over the power supply to make sure that none of the connectors in there short out. So we're going to apply that piece. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, the longer this is going on, the closer we're getting to just powering this puppy up. Get the bed connector in. Okay. just about there. You know, friends, that's a mostly wired up main board. Okay, let's see. Z motor. TB. It's going to come up here to T1. Okay. Little BB wire for screen. Now, like, this is where stuff makes sense. I've done a lot, and I do mean a lot, of 3D printer main board upgrades over the years. Okay. We are so close to being able to power this thing up. It's not even funny. Like, is it wire managed? No. Not even a little. But, you know what? We might... We might say the heck with it. And we might fire it up. There's also a chance that I have the wrong AB motors in the wrong place, but I don't think it's going to matter. Just about, Mark. Just about. Okay, let's see here. Spare. Okay, so that's pretty much done for. I'm looking for a wire. I've got to find the tool head wire. I'm going to find the tool head wire, and then we might go ahead and fire it up without an enclosure, just so we can see it run, see it move. And I'm also looking for those other parts while I'm up. We're going to take a quick break and be right back while I look for some parts. Enjoy some music. Okay, what I was saying is, according to the instructions, the next thing that needs installed is panels. I have jammed a piece of foam behind the main board here to prevent anything from shorting out. We are getting really close to powering this thing on and doing a quick sanity check. The moment that Mark has all been waiting for. Plug our little baby screen in. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so we're going to circle back to those items. So let's see. Oh boy, I'm getting nervous, gang. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, assuming that this all does what we want / need it to, we're going to be able to power this thing up, and then Tuesday night we're going to finish the panels, and it'll be done. Let's see here, read me. So, I'm made to understand that this SD card should already have Clipper installed on it. So I'm going to install that back here into the printer main board. Really don't want this to short out. All right, Mark. Got a power cable.